turkey season opens today. And I'm getting a little bit of a late start. I guess you could say. And another thing you can see is I don't care. It's cold this morning. It's been nice and warm. It's cold. What I got here is some window blinds. Got a blackout. Some of these windows. Keep from being silhouetted against these windows. I got windows all the way around it quickly. And if they're looking through the quickly and got you silhouetted against one of these windows, I generally don't cover any of them up for deer or anything like that. But these blooming turkey, they might spot you. So I cover the windows. Couple of decoys out here. Get a few calls ready here. Well, my diaphragms are, I need to get new ones, they're wore out. But, as you can well see, I'm totally ready for turkey season. Yeah, boy. That's ready for her. So, sand down my old pre-roast tire crystal. That's sand down. Ready to rock and roll. This slate, my foot, Bosco, this old Quaker Boy Grand Old Master. I'd hate to guess at how many birds that thing's called in. Truckload of them for sure. See what might happen here. That call has brought in a truckload of turkeys. I've had that thing for God knows how many years. I really don't know. Probably close to 40 years. Boy, it's been a good one. And I got a newer one just like it, but it don't. Maybe it's just a matter of confidence that I've got in, but it just don't seem to do quite the same. No turkeys have I seen this morning, and only 2 deer. That's old Whitey and her mom. They're here all the time. We got a pretty little snow flurry going, but I just it not be. It's the turkey season. It's been quite warm down the farm. I've had turkeys literally all over the place. Several strutting toms and all that, and for some reason they're not coming out yesterday and at all. Of course, it turned cold yesterday and snowed last night, and it's snowing this morning. Matter of fact, it snowed hard last night, and the ground got white, but I guess the ground had been warm enough that it melted. It didn't stay. When I got up this morning, it green, but flurrying. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning to be out here. I'm gonna get me a cup of cowboy coffee and eat me a banana maybe, and just sit back and enjoy the morning. I'm just gonna sit back, watch for turkeys, and give a call now and then. Coffee always tastes good, but I guess it's just something about looking out there and seeing that snow flying and the wind whipping around. It makes it taste good. Oh boy, it's good. Hot, my goodness. Good and hot on a cold, snowy morning. I reckon the only thing being better than that would be laying in bed having this nice cup of coffee. Then in a warm bed. I might be getting old. But as my buddy Ray Hyde, an outfitter out in Colorado, said, hell, 80 ain't old. I reckon I got to agree with him, because that's only a year or two off. My goodness. Life is good. Oh, fox squirrel. Looks like a groundhog sitting out there. The Whitey and Mom they're coming down for their visit. They like it here. It's cold this morning. The tripod don't want to stay adjusted. I finally figured out what she was so concerned about. Why she decided to go back away from here, feed back away. My decoys out there. Flopping around in the breeze. Well, for the first half of our season here in Virginia, you can only hunt turkeys till noon. Well, it's approaching noon now, and all I've seen so far, other than occasional crow or Tweety bird, but the only thing that I've seen in the way of game been the usual two does that's here all the time. I mean, you see those two, and a big old fox squirrel, and now this little rabbit. The little rabbit is sat there like a statue. He come flying across the field and come to a halt right there next to the barn, and he's just sitting there. That's all I've seen on opening day of turkey season. I've not seen or heard a turkey at all. And like I said, there've been several gobblers strutting around the fields now here for a couple of weeks. Virtually every time you look out the door, you see a strutting tom. Season comes along, and I hadn't seen anything but that little old rabbit and a squirrel and two deer. Now, if this ain't a heck of a opening day of turkey season, snowing to beat the band. And windy. Gracious. My goodness. Turkey season is coming in with a real bang. An old long-beard gobbler standing right in front of the Quigley. He showed up after the shooting hours closed. He's right in front of the Quigley. That's all right, boy. Come on back again. Well, it's second day of the spring turkey season. And I just got out here to the Quigley. I got up this morning, the clock went off 5 o'clock. The temperature's in the 20s, and I said, you know, bed feels awful good. So I wussed out. I went back to bed. And you know, I don't regret it one bit. Oh, Lord have mercy. Like I said, I hunt and fish anymore strictly for the fun of it. And for some reason, coming out here this morning, 20-degree weather just didn't sound fun to me. So I went back to bed. Then when I did get up, around 7, looked out here, and there were turkeys right here at the Quigley. They didn't mind it being 27 degrees. They were lollygagging all around the Quigley. I had to wait for them to leave before I could even come out here. So, anyway, I'm out here and I got my decoy set out again, so I'm going to hunt a little while today. Well, daylight finds me back out here in the Quigley again. Sort of pondering what happened to all the turkeys. Well, it's cold this morning, 32 degrees, but it was 28 yesterday. But man, up until the season opened, there were turkeys. Every time you looked out, there were turkeys strutting out here in the field. Like they all packed up, went on vacation or something. Anyway, we'll sit out here and have me some coffee and see what happens. Not a peep out of a turkey, period. No gobbles, no hens. Well, it's bound to change one of these days. One old hen is coming in. I mean, she's coming like on a string. That's all. At least that's something. Anyway, the turkeys have been anything but cooperative here at the farm since the season opened, so I decided I'd take a break from turkey hunting. Went fishing yesterday. Should have stayed in bed. Oh my goodness. I put in a long, hard day of fishing just. Anyway, Diane called while I was out there wearing myself out fishing, and said there was Strut and Tom out here in the field in front of the Quigley. But I fished so long, so hard, I wore myself out. If it belonged to me, it hurt, and I couldn't. I had a heck of a time sleeping. So I'm about an hour late getting up this morning, getting started, and when I come here to Quigley, the turkey's already out. If they saw me moving around here or what, but they went back in the field, or back in the woods, and I'll go put out a few decoys and just wait and see what happens. There's actually 4 birds. Come over here right now. They're walking right up to the cliff. There's 2 of them up the hill. 2 are right here. I've watched that darn gobbler. I watched him come for at least 200 yards. And then when he saw my decoys, he had a couple of hens with him. When those hens and the gobbler saw the decoys, they just did an about face and started back the other way. The turkeys have woke up a little bit. One hen just come walking right by the Quigley. She's out there about 75 yards now, sort of. She come on by me feeding away, but there's one up there about 250 yards that's headed this general direction. Like I said, they cross right through here with the Quigley. They'll sit around and wait and see what happens. That old Tom right there. first showed up. 300 yards up there in the field. Good 300 yards. He was following 4 hens, and they came, 3 of them come right down by the quickly. But one decided to go a different direction. He went with her. Now they've turned off. They're out there about 60 yards right now. But they're moving off to my right. See, he's got these hens here. That old boy will not leave those hens, of course. He'd be the best turkey caller in the world. He ain't gonna leave those hens. That's twice that bird has come within just, I don't know, 10, 15 yards of being well within shotgun range. For whatever reason, he decided to go yonder way. He'll come on those last few steps one of these times. When he does, I'll hopefully be here waiting on him. I mean, I got yesterday, they were here by the Quigley. Holy moly. Diane said about every time she looked out, they was out here. When I got home from fishing, they were out here right up to dark. Come out here this morning right off the bat, and one shows up, but they come close to the Quigley, but not all the way to me. Oh well. We'll see. Those daggum 4 hens. Right up here just above the round pen. They stopped. Standing there all fluffed out. The sun's trying to come out a little bit, and they're standing there trying to dry off from all the rain from last night, I reckon. Anyway, there, all those hens just standing there like statues. And that daggone gobber, he turned around, he walked 100 yards away to the woods, and in the woods he went. I mean, he acted like he had a place to go, like he was late for an appointment or something. Off he went. Those hens are still standing there sunning. And he's off, Lord knows where. Now look at this. And Gobbler's chasing off a Jake. Even though I've seen turkeys several times today, I heard one series of yelps out of one hen back up here behind me. Heard 2, I mean just feeble little gobbles up on top of the hill. That's all. Just keep at it, I reckon, till it pays off eventually. That daggum bird comes sneaking in silent from my blind side over here. It's a miracle I got him. I mean, because when I saw him, he's right in front of me. And it'd been cold, real cold this morning, and I had all the windows shut. I even had the one that's going to shoot out of was shut. So I had to get the window open, get the guns up, and try to get the cameras going. I don't know what I got on film, but I can't believe that. Silent. Wouldn't say a word. I mean, 2 weeks before the season opened, there was birds all over these fields and hills, gobbling their hind ends off. And ever since the season opened, hardly a peep out of any of them. Now, let's go get the turkey. That for a turkey bird. That's sort of what it's all about, I reckon. It's been a hard bird to come by. Pretty moon. Out here in the Quigley. Ooh. Just got here out of breath. Waiting for waiting for the turkeys to wake up. It's very early morning. That does look warm to mine. Fixed me a heck of a picnic lunch. And I know that that's a rough way to turkey hunt. Sitting out here in the Quigley eating a nice picnic lunch, but I think I'm up to it. I believe I can take it. Do you believe that? My goodness. Both birds that I've got this year, both of them have come in silent and from the blind side here. I mean, they're standing right in front of me before I even know they're here. I had to do some powerful sneaking around in here to get the gun up and get a shot on them. Can't believe that. I mean, they come from the most unlikeliest of places and were literally right in front of me before I knew this here. Matter of fact, on that second bird, I'd just taken a nap on my world famous bed that I got built into Quigley here. That took me a little short nap and got up and looked around at a hen right over here, you know, and Jake, he'd been here and he was walking on up the hill. And so I lollygagged around, got me a cup of sweet coffee or two, and then I looked around and forgot picking copper, walked right out in front of me here. My. Oh, and I'd put 2 shots on him. Oh, those number 5s. I mean, if one of them hits him in the right place, the number 5 shot will take him down. But they just not enough number 5 shot in there to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was hit. I mean, but it didn't break a neck or hit him in the head or anything on that first shot. And second, he's sort of flying right at me. And I shot, and he didn't go far then. He went down, but I'm not a fan of number 5 shot. There's just not enough of them. And my gun and most guns that I've ever seen just don't shoot number 5s good for some reason or other. I mean, that's just me. I mean, but I've tried, I don't know, a number of different guns. I've only come up with one good number 5 load, and that was a 2 3/4 inch load they use for pheasants. And it does good for pheasants, but it's not a turkey load. It don't shoot tight enough. I'm just not a fan of number 5. Now, let's go get the turkey. That took some doing. That was a 2-shot bird. Lord me. But I got him. Beautiful bird. Yep, he's a pretty thing. But I can't believe that this is my second bird come sneaking in from the left side, blind side again. That gun thing blindsided me twice. This is the second bird and the first bird. Both of them come in silent, blind side from my left. Took me totally by surprise. But somehow or another, I managed to get Mr. John here and to press him into service, and we managed to get both of them, but it was not easy. It was exciting there for a few minutes. Oh.